Hey there, Eric Neller here with Maranatha Consulting. And if you are a market agency owner or partner, I am excited to be sharing this with you right now. It's what I call how to add six figures in 6 months to your agency. And I want to show you how fast this can happen and exactly how. It's part of my overall campaign of let's get millions back to Main Street. So I'm assuming that you serve businesses in your local community or nationally, doesn't matter. And I hope you do because that's exciting. These are the top industries that we work in and that we work in together on this joint venture. Hopefully you recognize some of these as some of your partners. Maybe you're working with some medical facilities, chiropractors, restaurants, hospitality industry. Online retail, software development, whatever it is that you do, these are fantastic industries to add six figures to your agency within 6 months. So here's the opportunity. These business owners are actually underserved in a lot of different areas. All right, this is understanding this overall market, and things can definitely change. What we're trying to eliminate when I say things can change, we don't want to see this number here drop down too much because there is a big target on the back of small to medium-sized businesses right now. And that's the entire goal that underlies everything here is to let's get support where it's needed to keep these businesses alive. Don't worry about a lot of the acronyms on here. It's not really that important, but the idea here is that there's a lot of opportunity to serve these businesses. Something that's true about everybody in every business, they want to pay less taxes, 100%. Right? I don't know anybody I've ever met that said I'd like to pay more property or more business taxes. And even when they start a business, they need an exit strategy. So they're going to have that at some point, and this is where this huge opportunity comes in. Okay? So how are things going, first of all, in your agency right now? Like what is still working? What maybe has changed? And if there were one thing, one problem that you could get solved immediately, what would it be for you? You're thinking about yours. We all have them. They're more opportunities than problems, but we solve them and things get better, right? So what would that be? The challenges that we all face when we're customer facing to businesses is getting the best clients. Like, who are these best clients? And working with business owners, there's various challenges in different verticals, but you want to be working with high net worth clients in businesses. How do you retain those clients? Why would they stay with you? And then how do you add more value to those clients that you're already working with? And then, why you? Because here's the deal. If you're an agency partner or anybody serving business owners, we fall into this category where, wow, you look like everybody else that's coming at me with this particular offer. And I know a guy over here that does the same thing, or I know this person. So how do we differentiate? How do you differentiate yourself? Well, think first right now about the customers that you currently serve, your happy clients, okay? And if you want to make them happier, check this out. How about some cost reductions for that client on average? Property taxes, 18%, waste and recycling, 27%, workers' comp insurance, 15%, and credit card processing. Now, I don't want you to think that you have to get into any of these businesses because there is no back-end fulfillment for you to do. This is just the front-end offer that you can bring these businesses with what I'm going to show you. And then how about tax incentives? Huge opportunities for 80 to 250,000 for property owner tax incentives, employer payroll tax incentives, and who do you know that's hiring? Everybody. That means everybody needs something in this particular category. And right now there's a ERC, Employee Retention Credits, going on through the CARES Act. That is temporary, but it's still in force at the time of this recording, and that's huge, and it's also a door opener for everything else. So think about making your happier clients, your happy clients, happier, if you will, your current clients, right? How do you spell that? You spell that with 240,000 because that's the average savings and benefit per client location nationally that we're able to bring to the table up front. So that's how you spell happier when it comes to making your current clients happier, 240,000. Now, here's the fast path to six figures in 6 months. Let's look at the math. Keeping it simple, each client's going to be worth somewhere between $2,000 and $20,000 in net revenue to your agency. So what does that mean? That means 1 to 9 clients per month gets you that extra 6 figures in 6 months. And remember, this is all on the front end connection, initial screening, but no major fulfillment. There's no extra resources to add on the back end because we handle all that. Now, what if one client could be worth over 6 figures in revenue all by themselves, and 1 in 4 owners are extremely interested in this proprietary service that pays that revenue? That's huge, right? That's where you'd only need, one client in that 6 months, and you've got that 6 figures. Now, that's your current clients. Now think about, who do you want more of? You want new customers. Who are those customers, and what could a challenge be there? So let's say you got a new client proposal out there. It's $5,000 a month to work with your agency, $60,000 a year, right? But the prospect is on the fence. How do you get this prospect and this client off of that fence? How do you spell $240,000? I mean, seriously, if you show up front with a big pile of money like that, why in the world wouldn't they work with you and hire your agency to get everything they need done? Because you just showed them exactly how they can afford you, not only afford that initial proposal, but probably expand and accelerate their growth and your growth, okay? That's how you get them off the fence. Let's look at an example of the front end revenue. Front end net revenue, this is a manufacturing company example, $447,000 in client savings. And you can see these 4 different services, again, that we're offering to be able to complete these studies and do all this. All that fulfillment is done in our back office. You don't have to worry about any of that. What does that mean for your agency? $12,150 in net revenue to your agency. And look at that amazing client savings again. Why wouldn't they want to work with you, right? Now, remember I mentioned that one client could be worth that 6 figures? Well, what does that look like? Where's that from? Let's look at another example. This is an auto dealership. Now, on the front end again, we've got another $11,695 in commissionable revenue for a couple of the services that we've already talked about briefly. But look at this on the back end. Remember I said everyone needs an exit strategy? Well, we've got 2 partners here and a retirement plan. That's a proprietary strategy that you'll be able to offer them. And check that out. There is your 6-figure revenue for one client. That's right, because we got 2 partners here. Usually these are deals on average $160,000 in revenue for just one deal. So that's how that happens. Now, we've come to the fork in the road. What would you like to do at this point? You could become an agency partner. What that looks like is basically adding software as a service to your agency to be able to do all the front end screening like we just talked about for each of your clients, current clients and new clients, to show them that money up front, and then all the fulfillment is done in the back of the house on our side. Or you can become a referral partner, and my offer always is a 50-50 net revenue split. That's right. Just for making the introduction, making that connection, I can pick up and do all of the front and back end work, and we can actually just do a 50-50 revenue split. And those are the 2 options that I put forward. Of course, you always have a third option, and that's you could do nothing. I hope you don't choose number 3, and I hope you choose one of the first 2, because let's get together on this, do this joint venture. Let's get millions back to Main Street and put 6 figures into your agency well within that first 6 months, and then do it over and over and over again. I'm Eric with Maranatha Consulting, and I'll be talking to you soon.